Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope well. Hey, Joe, how's it go?
They didn't come to do my apartment till 2:30.
Holy crap.
I know that's ridiculous, you know. Then the guy walks in the kitchen, and I got the paper in the back of the kitchen, steps right in the door crack. Now, how did he step in the door crack when it's away from him?
Yep. Hey, Joe, how's it go?
Echo, echo, echo.
Echo.
Hey, Dominic.
Howdy. Driving again?
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Well, I'm not driving. I've just gotten in the car that I'd set up and
You're not driving, but you're riding, right?
get things happening. No, I've just started the car.
Oh, you just started the car up. You don't usually
Yeah, I'm just
drive a
waiting
car. What's going on?
Oh, always.
Joe, when was the last time you heard Dominic say he was going to drive his car someplace?
Yesterday.
Yeah. Just
Yesterday.
I got the radio on in here.
Because he's always on the
There's
bus
there
or
we
on
go,
the
yeah.
tram or on the whatever, or he's walking.
He's usually on the bus. Go. So I'm on the thing. It's not time for you to eat. Go.
Yeah. You can hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Oh, good. I got Bluetooth. I got the Bluetooth thing going. So that's great.
Huh. They got nobody in the chat.
No, nobody's here.
Oh, what's going on? I think we need to talk about things.
Sunstar. Brenda.
She is.
Brenda's here. Hey, Brenda.
Okay. I lost you.
You gotta go outside. I fed her. Think she wants to go outside. Be right back. Okay.
Go. Go. Yeah, they didn't stand a chance when those two hit. A lot of young people on that plane.
Gotta go outside. Come on. Go out.
Yeah, they had one family that they were Russian figure skaters that they here in the United States teaching people at a school in Boston. And their son was in a competition with them on Saturday and left Saturday to go home, and they were going to meet up with him. He left Monday, so he came home Monday. They tried to get home last night. On the way home, that's when the plane ran into the helicopter. Yeah, that final verdict gonna be a year from now before you find out the true problem with it.
Go.
John, thanks for all of your work today and last night as well. And just an hour ago, President Trump signing an executive memo directing the FAA.
It didn't take long for Trump to get behind the desk and say something.
He also addressed
Oh, my. Well, she went out reluctantly, but I'll have to keep an eye on her.
Hey, Paul, it didn't take long for Trump to get behind that desk and start talking today.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, finally.
He signed an executive order again, directing the FAA to look into the matter to see if the people that will run in the tower were DEI hires.
yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, that was the policy. That it's in the FAA guidelines.
Yeah, well, then the FAA guidelines have to change.
Well, I agree. So they
People have to.
they probably didn't have some. You don't know. You really don't know. But my thing is, like, the more they talking about it, the more even another guy used to be a fighter pilot came on. He said that plane was banking. He could not see the helicopter, and the helicopter could see it, but somebody in there had night vision on, but that's the one that was controlling it. But they could see the plane, and they were directed to come in behind where the plane was. So they were probably getting there a little bit faster than the plane and made the turn going in, and the plane came down right on top of it.
Well, the other thing too is those guys in the helicopter, they had all that area they could fly in. Why the hell were they so close to a landing pattern? That's my question.
We got a chat, so it shouldn't be made for kids there, cool cat.
Why do I check that, Joe?
You got to be off of it to do it. You got to do it when you publish it. It'll have a little thing as you publish it. It'll say made for kids, not made for kids. And if you hit made for kids, you lose your chat automatic.
Yeah, but we got chat going, so it must not be.
I don't know why it's doing that. We lost Dominic.
So Dominic's Bluetooth must have give up the ghost.
Yeah, might have. Yeah, I was waiting at 10 o'clock. I went back and laid down. I figured if they get here at 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'll just come up. Better to keep the dogs in the back. I went to sleep. Woke up at 12. No sign of them. Nothing, because my dog would tell me they're coming by. So I went and made something to eat. Went back and laid down, fell asleep again. Woke up at 2 o'clock when they tried to open the door. I had the top locked. That's what happens when Jason doesn't come around doing the stuff, and they got I can't remember what her name is. She's so slow. They probably started in the morning. That's how long it took for the 3 buildings. They're only a minute in each apartment. They ought to be able to finish the thing in an hour. Give them an hour and a half, the longest. Then we had a new guy today. He came with the whole pump system. The guy usually comes with a little can, sprays it with the can. You got the can that sprays down the spindle in the areas. I don't see how anything can live in this apartment. With all the spray they put down, ain't no bug gonna live in it.
Huh.
Mark, what's up? You go to channel notifications, the stream goes live, gives a brief explanation why it says on kids setting. I don't, we'll look on the other side.
I don't, you know me, I don't change anything. So what?
You go to channel notifications, see, it doesn't show up. Hold on. What? I gotta be looking at the wrong place. On Paul's channel.
Try that again.
Okay, Dominic.
Somehow got disconnected. Maybe because I left the Wi-Fi zone and started driving. Take two. Hope this works.
Click off this chat and you'll see notification options. Mine explains that I'm unable to select notifications due to the channel being on kids setting.
Oh, okay.
But is that this doing that, or is that his phone doing that?
I don't know. It's interesting.
You gotta get the expert, gotta get David in there.
Yeah, somebody. Help!
Because I'm looking in here and I don't see anything like that. You looking on your channel?
Yeah, nothing. I'll make you host and you can look at all the stuff I'm looking at, okay?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I made you host. Now you should be able to see all the options I have.
The host tools.
I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything that says that it's a kids channel. Hold on.
Yeah. We're doing this again?
Well, we got a chat. So if we got a
Yeah, I
chat,
know that. Yeah. Strange.
on the host tools, it don't have anything about it being a kids thing. Saying, do the chat, share screens, got rename, unmute, all of that. Record the computer, he don't have that clicked. Remove participants. Who can I remove? Let's see. Says lock meeting, hide profile pictures. Don't have anything above that. See, it says nothing about being a kids thing.
Mm.
Now I'm looking at the live. I'm not looking at everything he can see because that's his channel stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So the stuff that he can see, I can't see everything.
Mm. It's obviously something in YouTube rather than Zoom, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what it's got to be. It's got to be on YouTube, not on Zoom. But remember, last time, see, it's got to be YouTube, Paul, because it's not in the Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I can't see your YouTube stuff.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's obviously in the scheduling or something.
The only thing that I remember David saying was when you signed on, if you clicked on there, it was made for kids. That's the only thing. But then it would knock your chat off of everybody. All your
Yeah.
all your
Yeah.
stuff. And I got a chat. You okay, Loki? I don't know. I'm just here. I don't know enough about it. I don't want to learn enough about
It's too complicated. I don't understand, you know?
it. Well, it's not complicated. I just don't want to learn about it because they don't pay me. So if they don't pay me, I ain't gonna learn about it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm just here. What's up, Tim? What's up, JD?
Tim, JD, good afternoon. Good
Hey,
evening.
Tim, how's it going? He must be at work.
Good morning. Yeah.
Says
Well, it's
where he
only
presses
8:15.
X. Okay, I pressed X. My chat went away. Is that what you're talking about?
Up at the top? Yeah, your chat goes away.
Yeah, that's what I did. But I got to go back and see what he said because I done X my chat up. It says, let me see. We'll chat back over here. It says, when I press X off the chat, the notifications only show a bell with a strike through in it.
Well, the thing of it
Mine
is,
don't-
he can't get any notifications from me, but that's a setting he has, not mine.
Well, mine is mine doesn't have any cross. I see the bell.
I'm on a
Now
phone,
I've got a
so I
bell with a cross. I got a
Yeah.
bell with a cross through where it says notifications none. If I get a
Yeah,
bell with a
because
cross
it's turned
through,
off.
yeah, you turned it
Maybe
off.
it's a
But
kids
if you go to
channel
all
somehow.
and press it, it should come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because I just did that.
Yeah, it's something in YouTube then. Because that cross with it through the bell has something to do with a kids channel.
I give up. Everything in the world. Have you noticed, Dominic, as we get older, everything in the world gets more complicated.
Yeah. I totally agree. And I'm the younger one here.
But you heard what happened to
Yeah,
me
good
last
night.
night, right, Dominic?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Yeah. I'm sitting here and I was going on my phone to put the flight record of the worst drone ever, the Neo, on air data. So
Yeah.
I couldn't find the flight record first off. So where the hell it went? So I played around with it and found it. It was in there, but I had to reboot iTunes. So I rebooted iTunes, it shows up. So I said, well, I don't know why I did that. It says you have an upgrade for your iPhone. Do you want to upgrade it, download and install? So I upload my thing and I said, yeah, go ahead and download and install. This is 5:45. Okay, 5:45.
Yeah.
Right before Johnny comes on, right?
Mhm.
Johnny comes on and it's about 15 minutes after 6, 30 minutes. I look down and the thing still not moving the line.
Yeah.
So I look at it, it's completely froze up, right? So I said, well, let me give it a couple more minutes. Give it a couple more minutes. So I gave it to 25 after. So now we're sitting at 40 minutes.
Mm.
And I said, okay, let me look up and see what I got to do. And it says, if it froze, you have to press the up volume, low, down volume fast, and then hit the power key until it turns off.
Mm.
So I'm rebooting the phone, right?
Yep.
Then the next statement is, when you reboot the phone, now it's got to be restored to the original state.
Mm.
So now it comes back and it says, your iPhone needs to be restored to its original state. It says, plug it into the computer. Plug it in the computer, and every time iTunes starts to do it, iTunes kills. So I'm saying, okay, this ain't good. I'm gonna be going to AT&T tomorrow.
Yep.
So I have no iPhone going, right? Now it's 7:00. And I'm reading through this, and when you keep going down, it says, if you're having issues, try a different computer or a different USB cable.
Huh.
I got the DJI USB cable. So I
Yep.
know it's a good cable.
Hey, do you guys pay? Do you pay for YouTube?
No.
No,
I just got a notice online. Update your payment method for YouTube Premium.
don't delete it. You don't pay it. It's just a scam.
Yeah.
So Dominic, so what happens is I get the
Yeah.
laptop out, plug it into that, and I pull up iTunes. I don't even have iTunes on that. I got to get it. So I get iTunes on there, sign in, all of that. Plug my phone in. It says, and it picks up and says, you need to restore your phone. I say that. Boom. Then it starts working on the laptop. So it finally finishes. Now we're talking 7:45.
Good hour.
Now
Mark.
I got
Hi,
a
Mark.
blank original iPhone. Now we're talking from 10 minutes, a quarter to 6 to 7:45. So then I got to plug it back into my other computer that wouldn't do it until it restore my iPhone because that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Guess what time it ended?
Uh.
9:32.
Jesus.
9:32. It was fully restored. We're talking over 3.5 hours.
Shit.
I was sitting here trying to be nice. I mean, I was so mad. I just said, you know what? I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna have patience. Just gonna keep trucking along, you know. It's just, man, I can't believe it. What got me mad, what really got me mad though, was down to, it says about 1 minute left. Then it comes down and says about 15 seconds left. Then it says 5 seconds left. That 5 seconds was 2.5 minutes. And if I tell you, if it would have froze at 5 seconds left after all of that, it would have been in pieces tomorrow. You know, I'd have went in there and said, broke it. You know? Tell them, give me a new one.
I
But
forgot.
that's the first time I've had that happen. I never upgraded on a computer. I always want to do it overnight. When it's plugged in, I let it do it.
Yeah, OTA, yeah.
So I'm not gonna ever again do it on a computer. I am so tired right now of these hearings and the Democrats on these hearings.
Yeah. Politics
You
is
got Adam
tiring.
Schiff going over this guy, getting all over this guy Patel.
Shifty
And Adam
Schiff.
Schiff did all
Yeah.
the lies in the beginning.
Shifty
And
Schiff.
he was
Yeah.
caught in all the lies, you know? He said, I couldn't have been Patel. I said, bitch, listen to me. You don't want me in that job because I might convict you. I might be coming after your ass first. I couldn't be impartial when it comes to stupidity. Or somebody trying to hurt the country.
Well,
Telling me
many
what my
times-
belief should be.
how many times are they going to try and change the story?
Mm.
Oh, they've got an open forum with the leftist press recording everything they say to lie all they want because they're in
Yep.
Congress.
Yeah.
So I meant about this plane.
And I don't
Oh, the plane?
understand how they keep their jobs, you know?
I need that.
Our news is now saying that the plane was starting to bank to another runway and flew into the helicopter.
It was banking. You can see it banking in the picture. Yeah, when it started, when the helicopter came in, you could see the plane making a bank. He was banking to the left. That's what I said this morning. I said he was banking to the left, and they were telling the pilot of the helicopter to come in behind. And last night they even said He was banking to the left, so the co-pilot on the right probably couldn't see the helicopter.
Hey, TJ.
Yeah.
Hello.
They should have never had that. They should have told that helicopter, you have a incoming. You need to back up. You need to back out. Or tell them to take a left. They should have done that. And the helicopter, somebody on there, they haven't said who, was flying it with night vision. And it could have been one flying with night vision to practice with it, and one flying without, that couldn't see the plane. But somebody saw the plane on a helicopter. Because they said they saw it. And they followed the direction. They probably saw it coming in. And when they made the turn to go into that pattern, it turned around and came in. And then somebody said today the helicopter was actually too high. He was at 400 feet. They said he should have been at 200 feet in that area. So, but if he's at 400 feet, that means flight control gave him 400 feet.
Yep.
So I'm telling you, he's going back to flight control. That was my dream job when I was growing up. I wanted to be a flight controller.
Oh, did you?
I wanted to do that. I wanted to sit in that tower and do that with the jets coming in. And then I heard all the nightmares you have and all the stress. I said, oh, hell no. I'll just go be a Marine,
Yeah.
Because my son's even talked about that. Because he's the aircraft maintenance officer. He was saying that he's even thinking when he retires to go into his last like 4 years, get in the Marine Corps side with the flight control. So that he can go straight to flight control when he gets out. I'm waiting to hear it now. He'll probably say, oh, hell no.
I'm not sure which professional golfer this is, but they've got one of the commentators walking down the fairway with him. And seriously, the commentator doesn't even come up to the pro's shoulder.
Right. That's funny.
I'm not sure it's not Wayne Riley, who was a golf pro. But this guy is huge. Well, tall. He's not huge.
Yeah.
Tall.
Wow. Dominic, now he's walking.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back.
You're back.
Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking.
It's tram time.
Looks like you got a nice day there.
Yeah, it is.
You see that back? You get that big crane in the back. That crane on that building. Need to be
Yeah.
flying that Mavic 3 around that crane.
Yeah, I'd love to. And I've got a white card, so I could probably just say, can I get induction and do, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've got construction. I've got the induction card for construction as well. I've got
There you
that.
go.
Yeah, I thought I got that on the basis of thinking I might try and do the construction and roof inspections and things like that. Dre has inspired me.
One.
You almost had the right angle on that camera because they had a Sheila walk behind you a minute ago. I got to see some of them.
Somebody just got a hole in one. Hey.
Yeah, a little blonde Sheila came up behind you.
Oh, okay. Must have just turned.
She was blonde and she had a little blue outfit on.
Oh, okay. I missed it. I'll go back.
I
and
saw
watch it.
most of it.
I'll roll the tape then. Yeah, so I'll roll the tape. Yeah.
See, I could not come to Australia because one of those girls started talking to me with that accent, and I said, "Take my money." Yeah. How you spell your name?
Sheila.
Yeah, Sheila.
Yeah.
It's either Sheila or Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in
As long as
Australia,
it's
we
not,
don't.
Karen.
Yeah, but the trouble is in Australia we don't use full names. We always
It's Shield. Yeah.
yeah, we Shields or Shazza.
Yeah.
You know, Shazza, and anybody called Darren becomes Dazza.
So what does Karen become, bitch?
Yeah, probably. No, Kazza.
Okay.
Kaz.
Kaz or Kazza. Because that's also short. That's also short for something like Caroline as well. Because I know a Caroline and I call her Kaz.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what color is that bag you got? Is that purple, green, and gold?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, more like a magenta, green and
Yeah,
gold.
that's like Mardi Gras colors there, Dominic.
That's Australia colours.
Oh yeah, green and gold is yeah.
Well, that magenta you got, we got purple, green, and gold as Mardi Gras official colors. I thought you were celebrating Mardi Gras over there, so.
No, our Mardi Gras is a different time, and our Mardi Gras has a different connotation as well.
Carnival.
Yeah, well, it's not until 4th of March anyway.
Actually our Mardi Gras during midsummer, which is February the 9th, I think it is. I know because we've got
Well,
a midsummer. We've got
it's
the
in
midsummer
Louisiana, in Louisiana, from January 6th to whatever Mardi Gras day is, it's considered Mardi
Yeah.
Gras.
Well,
Well,
Mardi Gras, yeah,
Mardi
yeah,
Gras
Mardi,
still means Shrove Tuesday, so
yeah, Mardi Gras just means Fat Tuesday.
yeah.
Yeah. But we celebrate the whole season as Mardi Gras season,
Yeah.
just Mardi Gras.
Yeah, yeah,
So we're right in it now. In fact, Saturday night and Sunday night, I'm gonna probably be at parades.
yeah, because it comes up to
Now,
yeah, because we're coming up to Ash
when
Wednesday.
is Mardi Gras start? What's the date?
I think it's March 4th.
March 4th is when it ends.
That's when it ends. Started January 6th in
Okay.
Louisiana.
That's
Starts,
basically 2
it
months.
always
Yeah.
starts January 6th.
So they
Mhm.
are they still doing the parades and stuff?
So it
But
starts.
every weekend they
well,
have something going on.
it starts on 12th night on the Epiphany.
Yeah.
It
It's
runs
always the beginning of Mardi Gras.
So it's from the end of Christmas to the beginning of Lent.
Right.
Yep. And that's fish on Fridays.
I'm not doing fish on Friday. I'll go get a roast beef sandwich
Yeah.
because the fish is, I figure if I'm going to sacrifice anything, I'm not going to eat the best stuff. I'll eat the roast beef. Why eat the fish? Because the fish is the best stuff in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, down there in New Orleans, can you go in on a Friday and buy meat?
Yeah, you can buy anything you want.
Okay, I just didn't know if they were that fussy about it.
No, they're not fussy. They're not fussy at all. All the Catholic churches now, like starting in Lent, actually, yes, when Lent starts,
Mm.
starting Ash Wednesday, they'll have every Friday, every Catholic church does a fish fry.
Yep.
And if you want to get something good, you go over there, it's like $5 to $7 and you get your meal. And it's usually pretty good.
Every fish and chip shop here is absolutely packed every Friday, and then Good Friday, there's 700 or 800 people standing around trying to get into these places.
I mean, Ash Wednesday and Good Friday are the only 2 days when really you're not supposed to eat meat or drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Fast and abstinence days, and you are supposed to eat fish on those days.
Yeah.
Or not meat, but you can eat fish. But Catholics used to be that every Friday was a fish day.
Yeah.
Yeah, my whole attitude changed when I got called to the bishop in third grade, and my mother made me, I think it was a bologna sandwich on a Friday, and they sent me to the bishop so the bishop would explain to me why I shouldn't eat meat on Friday, and he had a plate with a steak on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were
I remember that so well. I looked on, and when I said that, I got suspended. Why are you eating a steak and I can't have a bologna sandwich?
Yeah, you were eating less meat than him. I mean, there's not a lot of meat in bologna.
Exactly.
I'm telling you,
That's always
I was in third grade. Got suspended for 2 days because I mouthed off to him. They said.
yeah.
My dad said, "What did you say to him?" I said, "I asked him why he was eating a steak. Well, I couldn't eat a bologna sandwich on Friday. What's the difference?"
Mm.
My dad went in there and went off on him. I was in the school for 2 more years, and my dad looked at me and said, "You want to still go to Catholic school?" I said, "No." I
Yeah.
said, "It saves you money and everything. You don't need to do that."
Mm.
He said, "But you'll learn better." I said, let me go to McMain with friends out in the neighborhood that were in the neighborhood, the school right down the street. I don't have to go halfway across town. I said, I'll learn good. Came
Well,
out with a 4.0. So I guess I'll learn good.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
mean,
I went to
went to
a cat. Yeah, I went to a Catholic school. I went to a Christian Brothers college.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just I'll leave it at that because I'll go off on another tangent again and have a rant.
Yeah. Half of our teachers were priests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my brother's really a devout Catholic, and I won't even bring up anything about the Catholic religion over there because we'll start something.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
religion is always a really tough topic. to
it's a
discuss.
touchy subject. And
Yeah.
his big thing, what did it to me with him is I gave him, he's in construction, in engineering, right? So I gave him an archaeological study Bible. I figured he'd like that.
Mhm.
Huh.
You know what he told me? Is it a Catholic Bible? I said, tell me what the difference is other than the Apocrypha.
Mm.
And he goes, well, if it's not a Catholic Bible, the words are different. I said, go get your Bible. I read 3 or 4 verses, the words were the same.
Well,
I said, so it's the only difference in the books.
Yes.
the
You
original
know? So we wound up arguing about that.
the original Bible wasn't Catholic anyway.
Right.
It was Christian.
Yep.
Right. So we wound up, he's got the thing. I don't know if he's ever looked through it, but it gave it to him.
And that's always been a fascinating topic of who really was Jesus. I've had many discussions. I've gone down that YouTube rabbit hole of who is Jesus, and it really brings up some very interesting topics, I'll tell you. That's a YouTube rabbit hole I don't want to go down again.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject, you know. Everybody's got their own beliefs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I still class myself as a Catholic, but I've not been to church for a long time.
Yeah, non-practicing.
Yeah.
Well,
Even
as I
though I
said,
was a head altar boy till I was 34.
yeah, I was an altar boy as well at
Mm.
St. Patrick's Cathedral,
Yeah.
which is probably about a 5-minute walk from where I am.
Yeah. Well, I was an altar boy from the age of 8 to the age of 34, so 26 years.
I reckon. Yeah, no, mine was only 8 or 9.
At what age
Yeah, 'cause when I moved-
did your title change from altar boy to altar man?
It
It
does.
doesn't.
You're still an altar boy. Although now you're an altar server because they also allow
Oh,
girls to do it.
shit. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Here we
Yes.
go.
Well, I just.
There were no altar girls when I was on.
Well, it would have been good if. I reckon that would have been really good.
Yeah, we only had one changing room.
Yeah. I was going to say, going back in those days, and you're probably earlier than me, but I started 1978, and yeah, there were some strange characters back then.
1967, I became an altar boy.
Jesus. Yeah, because you're a lot older.
Yeah.
Actually,
My
65.
well, here's one for you. My brother started boarding school in 1968 when I was born. There's a 15 years difference between me and my brother.
Our Catholic grammar school was a boarding school, but I didn't need to board there. It just took me 2 buses to get there.
Yeah. No, my brother spent 6 years at Assumption College in Kilmore, which is a suburb that is probably 100 or so kilometres away.
Mm-hmm.
He spent 6 years there. Then when he finished that, he went to the US to take up a master's in business administration. Did an MBA and then came back to Australia when he was 42 years ago. Because he came back in February of 1983. So just shy of 42 years ago. In February 1983 is when we had the Ash Wednesday bushfires.
Uh-huh.
One of the biggest bushfires, and probably one of the most, at the time, was the most deadly. And then I think 78 or 79 people were killed, and a decent chunk of rural Victoria was knocked out. And then 36 years later, in 2009, we had the Black Saturday bushfires, which is the 7th of February 2009. It was 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and most of the place just went up in flames. 170 something people were killed, and a decent chunk of Victoria was lost. Probably it'd be almost actually the amount of fire that was caused would probably be almost the size of the UK. Be 3/4 the size of the UK, I reckon.
Yeah, that's big.
10% of Victoria went.
Dominic, how many Aborigines are still left?
Oh, lots.
Real
lots.
ones, not intermixed.
I'm not touching on that comment. I am not touching on that comment.
They still have Aborigines that live out in the wild as well.
That's what I mean, out in the wild.
I am not touching on that comment.
Okay.
Probably about 2%.
Okay.
All the only thing I'll say is, if you want to find out, just go type Alice Springs. That'll give you an idea. It's a very touchy subject.
Was there must be hard feelings between? Is that what's going on?
It's, as I said, it's a very touchy subject, and it might, the YouTube guidelines might come and get me. So I'm just gonna say,
What to look up?
Mum on Alice Springs riots.
Okay.
It'll give you an idea.
Like they say, Alice?
Al-
Who the fuck is Alice?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Alice Springs is in the middle of Australia.
Yeah.
Was that their capital?
Alice Springs is a regional area of the Northern Territory.
It's very
Wow.
The Northern Territory would be 2, maybe 3 times the size of the UK.
Yeah.
There is one postcode in the Northern Territory that is bigger than the whole of the UK.
Who was it that wrote that book about a town called Alice? Was that Neville Shute?
Neville Shute, yes. Couldn't think of his surname and go, Neville. Thank you for reminding me.
I'm looking at some of the pictures from it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that looked like LA right now.
He was a good writer. I've got a few of his.
Definitely. That is a very good book.
I've got quite a few of his books.
And it really gives you a great understanding of early Australia. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie They're a Weird Mob. if you ever see a movie called They're a Weird Mob, that is a very good movie to watch to understand what Australians really are and what they became.
What, you mean not Crocodile Dundee?
No, Crocodile Dundee is not anywhere near what Australia is. That is, The Thornbirds is another great movie to give you an idea of Australia. But
that was a
one of
series. Yeah, that was a series.
yeah, with Richard Chamberlain and what's the girl's name?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
There's another movie, but it's more contemporary. It's about 20 years old. It's called Crackerjack.
Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max. Yeah. Actually, Mad Max was filmed in my home state of Victoria. So
Yeah.
the original Mad Max. After that, it started getting weird.
Mm.
There's have you ever seen The Castle?
No.
Okay, look that one up. It's got Michael Caton in it. That really gives you what Australia's all about. Crackerjack is another great one. It's just basic.
That used to be on Friday at 5:00.
Now, Crackerjack's a movie, not that Crackerjack. It's a movie about a guy that learns to play lawn bowls. And it is hilarious because it is Australia. And it's funnily enough, it was actually shot in Victoria as well. But it really shows what Australians are about. You know, you go down to the pub on a Friday and you just sit there and have fun. And there's always the same sort of people there every Friday. And they're just sitting there drinking their pots. And it just gives you Australia. I'm trying to think of other really quintessential Australian movies that'll show you that are not Crocodile Dundee and not Mad Max.
Yeah, and definitely not Home and Away or Neighbours.
No, that's actually Neighbours is closer in terms of what Australia's really like and really about. It's closer than Home and Away. Personally, I don't like either of them, but if you said I had to choose one, I'm choosing Neighbours.
I didn't watch either.
Oh, I don't watch either of them. But if someone said to me, you had to choose one of them.
I don't even watch Coronation Street, and that's all supposed to be about Manchester.
Okay.
I just don't watch soaps.
Yeah, I used to watch EastEnders a little bit.
Unless Kate's here and she's watching it, and then I'm forced to.
Yeah. So what's her soap of choice? Is she an EastEnders or Coronation Street?
Emmerdale and Coronation Street.
Yeah, just going to say Emmerdale's the other one. Yeah.
She's a Yorkshire girl.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
She's from Bradford.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Still trying to decide what to wear to that thing tonight.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
That so-called banquet they're having.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting on a suit.
Full dress uniform.
Yes.
No. It's gonna be 60 degrees, so I don't need anything spectacular.
Well, Lloyd.
I got a pair of gray pants in the back that I threw on, and I've lost so much weight they were falling off. So I threw them on a sewing machine and hemmed them real quick. So they're tight now. They won't fall off on me. Took them in real quick.
I was going to say, how can hemming actually make them fit?
Well, I took them in. I didn't hem them. I hemmed them. Took some of the waist in. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Took about 2.5 inches in.
Uh-huh. Well, all credit to you for using a sewing machine. I'd have took it down to the bloody what's it?
No,
I bought a sewing machine years ago,
Oh,
and then my daughter wanted to use it. I
I've
gave
got
her
one.
gave her the sewing machine I had and bought another one. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've
you
got
get them
one.
cheap now.
I've got one and an overlocker to go with it, but I don't know how to fucking use them.
Well,
Yeah,
the
my
only
mother taught me.
reason why, the only reason why I know how to use them is my mother before she became my mother was a machinist, a professional machinist. So I learned how to use a sewing machine.
I used to sit there with my grandmother. She had one of those singers with the foot pedal.
Yeah,
For the foot
yeah.
pedal,
Yep.
yeah.
And I used to watch her do that.
Yeah.
And she showed me a little bit, and then she used to say, "Make sure you don't put your hands on there because the needle go right through it." You know, that was a
Yep.
big thing. And
My
then my mother
sister-
showed me, and I wound up buying one time when I was in the Marine Corps because it was costing so much to put the freaking chevrons on the uniform.
My
Whenever you had to
sister,
change your shirts,
yeah.
you'd be paying more money for getting the shirts fixed than you were paying to get all the stuff you had to put on it.
Mm,
So I found out, I'm just gonna do it myself.
mm.
My
I
sister,
knew how to measure it. I knew how to do everything. Put it on there. Put a pin through it. Took my time. Took my time going around each one, and I always got away with it. It
My
looked
sister-
professional.
my sister collects them singers. She's got about 9 or 10 of them.
But I've got a brother now. It's just a little small portable. I think it cost me $75. But I've used it. I use it every time. Like I got a shirt in the other day that I ordered a 3X because I said I probably need the 3X because I didn't know how it was going to fit. Man, that sucker! I had to take so much in. I just took the sides in and took the sleeve, fold the sleeves over, and then the thing was hanging so far down it looked like pajamas. So I just brought that in too, and just nice for him.
Mm.
It'll work for what I'm gonna use it for.
Yeah, that's why they make hemming tape.
I've done that before. I've done that, and after you wash it for a while, sometimes it'll come off.
It falls off. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to use it on my pants. So I just take the pants, roll it inside, hem it to where I want it, and I'd roll it right there and do it. But then after I wash it for 2 or 3 times, they start falling off.
Mm.
So I said, you know what, the hell with this? I just do it myself. Now I could be nice and go dress in a suit and go out there in a suit and tie and everything tonight, but I don't want to. I'm probably gonna. I got these gray pants. It's a light gray. I think I'm gonna just wear a Henley type shirt, black one I have,
Mm.
long sleeve black one, because it's gonna be cool enough that I could use a long sleeve and get away with it. Just hope
Yeah.
it's not hot on the freaking stage.
Mm. You got a white tie.
No, I ain't wearing the ties. The Henley doesn't have the collar.
No, he needs to wear a black suit with a white tie and then carry a guitar case with him.
Mm. Yeah. And take the Avata 2 with you.
Yeah, that's what I've been toying with, is getting a guitar case or a violin case and then converting that into a drone case and walk around with
There
a
you go.
violin case. I've been toying with that idea for a while,
Yeah.
just trying to work out how to fit it on the inside and get that foam right. But I'd love to do that, walk around with a violin case.
Yeah, that would be fun. Get one like that, go down to South Florida meetup, and everybody think you got one of those ukuleles, like what you call it. And you open it up and you have your drone inside.
Yeah.
Like
That'd
Dennis,
be funny.
Dennis Lovelady.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ray plays the ukulele as well. He's got one, hasn't
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think he
terrific.
plays it that good.
he? In fact, I think don't Lloyd play
Tony.
it as well? I think Lloyd
Trying to
plays-
think.
Lance, what's up?
Yeah, I think Lloyd started playing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's various, because I know there's a couple of other people that do musical instruments as well. I know there's a couple of guitar players. I know there's a couple of, I think there's a drummer somewhere. Seem to remember going on one live stream talking about, I'm a drummer. Can't remember who it,
And then there's Joe with his clarinet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but Uncle Bill
Mm.
played the trombone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we could start a drone band.
There's two on the USDS or whatever we call it now. Two of them are musicians, David Ross and Jim Gannant, are musicians as
on
well.
keyboards.
And then you got Matt Northeast on keyboards.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. I was going to
Yeah.
say you got him on keyboards and him on backing vocals. So I reckon you could make a group out of it. Because he can sing as well. And you've got
Yeah.
Dennis Lovelady who can sing. And those
Well-
two are funny together.
Yeah, and Dennis sings. Yeah,
Yeah,
But-
yeah. I'm just saying. And
it's
when you get Matt,
definitely not something I would listen to for a long time.
I know, but I'm just saying. Then you got Matt,
Yeah.
Matt and Dennis getting together, and that's hilarious.
Yeah,
When they get up to their hijinks. So yeah, you could put together a decent level of musicians.
And they were sworn on Thursday. He got a phone call that said, you got the phone, you're going to need chemo, it's treatable. He died from this morning. They did an autopsy and his death certificate reads like an oncology textbook. It has all been contributed to him being in Afghanistan and burn pits of Afghanistan. My biggest fears were, how do I financially support the kids? How do I emotionally support the kids? And when it just,
So,
Pretty cool.
what's up for dinner, Joe?
I don't know. Whatever they're gonna have over there, I'm gonna stop and get something on the way home.
Mm.
What time you got to go?
Got about 15 more minutes, 20 minutes. And I gotta get dressed. And you can head over there. It's not gonna take long to get dressed, but I figured, but get out I got about 20 after.
What's it start at 7?
Starts at 7. But I gotta get there and
Okay.
make sure I don't forget this USB.
Are you going
So make
working?
sure I don't.
Yeah, you're gonna take pictures, right?
Yeah, I gotta take pictures too. I gotta bring a camera.
Mm.
Got the USB with the slideshow on it for the highlights. So I gotta get it to him so he can load it on the computer. And he'll start running at about 6:30. And just let it run until they start.
Mhm. Well, somebody tried to say something then.
Yeah, it was Dominic, I think. Skyfly Joe.
Hello,
Hey,
Joel.
Warren,
Hello,
TJ,
Warren.
Joel.
DJ, Joel. Can't see the chat, so I don't know who's in.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got
Jody.
about everybody except for Sunstar, Brenda.
Okay, hello,
Drone
everybody.
Shots was here a little earlier. Jody was
Okay.
here. I don't know about Frank though.
Yeah.
Lance was in.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lance was
okay,
here
so
for a
hello.
second.
Hello to everybody I've missed.
You just want to be loved.
JD's been in somewhere.
Yeah, I heard JD earlier. Yeah.
Hey, Paul, Loki's
Yeah.
got the
Tim was
black
in.
spots where the eyes drain. It leaves a little black. And he
Tim
has a
was
fit
in
when I
for a
try to
little
wipe it off, right?
Ow,
if you-
dog.
But what it does,
Still.
it gets on the hair, and if you grab the piece of hair right there, it comes right off. It's just the way it is. I guess it's the acid in it. And yesterday he had a spot like that. I reached over and went to pull that joker. Ain't none of it come off. He went,
Wow.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. He looked at me like, what the hell are you doing? Trying to pull my eye out, because he'll come up to me and I'll look down there and see it. just click it with my finger, just take it off, you know? Every once in a while, they'll let me wipe it.
Wow. So Dominic,
Where I'll put
Yep.
what's temperature there? It looks like it's nice and warm.
20 degrees Celsius, which is, let me calculate, about 60.
That's nice.
It gets worse. We're getting into the 90s for a whole week next week.
Well, you
90s
know,
and hot.
I got a hot stream going here now too. It's 35 degrees.
Yes, finally.
What?
That was 72.
Shit, you're warm.
A week
Well, a
ago,
couple-
we were 18. What are you talking about?
Yeah. 72. That's basically, I'm on 68.
Yeah.
We're on. What are we on?
Where's Giggles?
Two.
Is he working?
He's
I
probably
see
working today.
he's been in the chat, but I think maybe he's
He's
working.
probably. I don't know if he had yesterday the day off or he had day before yesterday, the day before that off.
Well, he said he
Yeah,
had
2
2 days
days.
off in a row, and I didn't know if that meant today too.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday, day before maybe. Hey, stop. No, stop. Don't get the last word in. Stop.
Drone shot says it got to be 47 there today for him. He's west of me.
No.
What are we on? 2 degrees centigrade, which is 36 degrees Fahrenheit.
You're 2, I'm 10 times that. I'm 20. But it'll turn. It'll start turning in the next month for me.
Yeah, we got about another month of crazy weather, then it'll start warming up.
Actually, I'm starting to feel when the sun goes out or the sun goes behind a cloud, I'm starting to feel shit. I should have bought a jumper. Getting to that point.
Yes, Doug, I can hear you. But when I open the door, you just sit and look at it. I hate.
He said, PT, whatever the thing was, he said, do you visually see the plane? And he said, yes. He said, pass behind it. So when he made him turn, he turned him right into the path. Whoever was the air traffic controller turned him right into the path.
Got my lawyer and everything was going through.
Oh, you may.
Oh,
I get a kick out of Loki when he just gets over on the sofa and just sits there and looks at me. He's just watching me to see what I'm doing.
Well, I think they do they know like when you're gonna go away?
Oh yeah, they know. They know I have to go shoot pictures tonight.
I bet they don't like that, do they?
Oh, not at first they don't care because I go to the back, they come run back there with me. But when I put the gate up, they don't like it. Loki especially. Loki starts all the shit. He'll start barking at me. Whereas the other two before never did. They just understood and just would lay there.
Now, are they all excited when you get back home?
Oh, you want to hear him. Talking about ears. I get in, all I gotta do is close my car door and they start barking. They hear my car door when it closes, they know it's mine.
That's like Mia. As soon as I pull in the driveway, if she's not with me, she stands on the end of the couch by the glass door and by the window and just bark. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah. And telling you, why you left me here, bitch?
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No. Honest. No.
Yeah.
It was not aimed at you.
Oh God.
No.
Hello, Ron.
Hello.
So, right.
No, Rod.
So Joe, before you run off,
Be quiet. No.
I thought I'd get on and go. Well, today was my weigh-in day for that program that I'm on. And I'm now within 5 pounds of the goal that I originally gave them, which was actually the goal was higher than it probably should have been. Not that it matters. And I'm within.
Oh yeah.
I'm within
TJ.
4 pounds. I'm within 4
He's
pounds
here.
of being 100 pounds down.
That's good.
Right.
So I've lost 96
Congratulations.
pounds.
Well done.
So
Well, are you starting like what are you like going out walking and stuff and just like a lot of exercise?
diet and the medications mostly. Some
there you go.
exercise. Some exercise.
Oh, there you go.
I did it before and lost my mind. But the way I did it before killed my body. I was walking 4 miles 3 times a day. With my metal knees, that was just way too much. So it's kind of been nice to not have to push the physical side this time around. So I will.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
pretty
something I need to
soon.
start-
Pretty soon we'll start.
doing is going to work out and exercising, man. But damn, I just want instant gratification.
Oh, we all do.
Yeah.
Down to 225. I think my ultimate goal is probably 200. Although I don't think my doctor agree with that. The doctor told me 220. I told him 210. Actually, I told him 210 and then he told me 220. So
It was being nice to you, huh?
no, he had his reasons.
Now, do you have any other problems like issues like diabetes or things like that, or
No diabetes, arthritis. And
Oh,
that was one of the major reasons for really pushing hard on this because I've got a narrowing of the spine in the C6, C7 up in the neck area.
Hmm.
These two
Yeah, I know that
fingers on
problem.
these two fingers on this hand, this one in particular is pretty numb almost permanently now because of the nerve damage. My mom has had 3 back fusion surgeries because of arthritis.
okay. So
It
genetic,
runs,
you're kind of set up for that, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Unfortunately. So a lot of this is and you know, about 3 years ago, when I first developed the problem, I had 3 years, 4 years ago. I think it was 4 years ago. Anyways, I had this nasty pain in my shoulder. It felt like I had a knife in my shoulder. And eventually I went into the hospital. They did an MRI, and that's when they discovered the narrowing in the C6, C7. I thought it was a problem in the shoulder. I was going in going,
Hmm.
it's killing me. And then anyway, so they sent me in to see a surgeon for a consult with a surgeon. And he's like, well, it doesn't really look that bad right now. And, I probably wouldn't operate on it. And if we fuse it, in 5-10 years, you'll end up having to fuse the ones next to it because it causes
Where
them to
did
go
you end up?
bad. And
Did you end up at a neurologist then?
so I ended up at a orthopedic place, but what they ended up doing was injections into the spine. So it's sort of cortisone. Yeah,
Just
basically
gonna say cortisone. Yeah, been there, done that.
cortisone into the nerves effectively.
Yeah.
Had that done twice. It got better, but anyways, back to when I saw that surgeon and he was talking about the spine and surgery and what he could do and what he couldn't do, blah 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 blah. And he said, it doesn't matter because if you don't lose that, and he pointed at my belly, no matter what I do, it doesn't matter. You're going to destroy your back and destroy your spine. So that's been a bit of the inspiration for get this weight the fuck off.
Oh,
I've probably added 10 years onto my lifespan. So
Good for you. I think that's great.
now it's drop the rest of the weight and then keep it there. And that'd be the bigger challenge. Once you start weaning off of some of this stuff. Diet wise, I'm okay with the food. I was okay with the food before I started that because I have done keto off and on for a long time. So, the only difference in their diet was not only was it low carb, they wanted low fat too. Okay, fine. I'll find some of that stuff. But I eat cashews, which they tell me not to.
I'm
I
not
just
supposed to eat those either.
I just don't tell her about it anymore. I snack on them a little here and there,
Night, Warren.
but I'm still losing the
Warren.
weight. I'm still losing the weight. So it's not
I
like
take
I'm
it
killing.
back.
It's not like I'm killing myself with them.
You know what works for me is
Diet Pepsi and
the
Boston
best food
creams.
is Boston creams.
Mm-hmm.
And wash
Yeah,
it
I'll
down
take
with
it.
Diet
Here we go.
Pepsi.
And away we go.
I'll take a bag of cashews and eat them outside, so that way I can say cashew outside. How about that?
And the neighbor
The
says
almonds-
cashew later.
Yeah,
Catch you
I
later.
like the almonds too. The almonds are good.
That's funny.
yeah,
Uh,
I buy the raw cashew nuts and put them in the air fryer for 5 minutes.
Mm, that'd be a great idea. Yeah.
That way you get
So,
toasted without the salt.
Oh,
So
you gotta
Gotta
have
have
the
the
salt.
salt. Gotta have the salt.
Gotta
I'm
have
getting,
the salt.
I'm getting closer and closer. My goal was to be 220 by sort of mid-March. because I got some activities coming in March. But it looks like I'm probably gonna blow past that goal.
Yep.
Which would be great. That's probably the other reason I don't want to stop at 220. I probably really do want to go down to about 200. Is that's
Well,
another
would it
that's
be nice
another
to
20 pound.
get down
20
to 195, and then you really feel good.
that's 20 more pounds that's off my fucking spine.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I'm going to do sometime, probably here in the first half of the year, is I'm not going to have lipo done, but I'm going to have that sort of the cold, I don't know what they call it, cold lipo.
Yeah,
Anyways, they freeze it. It's a freezing
Yeah.
kind of thing, and they just freeze it to
the freeze one. Yeah.
shrink the belly down some more.
I'm gonna jump off, go get ready, get out of here.
Okay,
Now,
all right,
now that
buddy,
I'm
have a
getting,
good
I
time.
will catch y'all in the morning, catch you all mornings.
Okay,
now that I'm
I'll
getting
catch y'all
down
in the
to,
morning.
Cash us in the morning.
Yeah.
yeah,
There
now
you
that I'm
go.
getting down to where I need to be from a weight perspective, now then I can start thinking about
Yeah.
doing that.
Before my eyesight went, I was about 15 stone, which is 210. And then because it stopped me from playing golf twice a week, no exercise, I went up to 20 stone, which is like 280. And then over about 3 or 4 years, I managed to whittle it back down to just under 200.
Hang on about there.
So in my case, when I got to the end of my 20 years in the military, and I had to go through a medical board at year 18 because my knees were already basically shot at that point. And I'd had God knows how many surgeries. Got through the board. Anyways, made it to my 20 years, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. The body couldn't take it. I was like probably 250, give or take, when I retired in 2005. And basically after I retired, I sat down. The body just hurt. I just hurt. The arthritis was killing me. The knees were killing me. Could barely fucking walk. And I sat down and I jumped from 250 to 300 within about a year.
Yeah.
And have been 300 to 320 for 20 plus years.
Yeah, no, my arthritis is in the top of my back and in my neck. Both thumb joints. It feels like it's coming in one of my hips now as well.
I've got that problem in my right hip.
Yeah, and that's,
Right.
all of that is all one more reason to do what I'm doing. And finally win this fucking battle. So,
well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
yeah, not done yet. And then you have to realize the other part of it is it's not something that you can just go back to doing what you were doing, right? This is a permanent lifestyle change.
Oh, it's a change, yep.
Diet
Yeah.
and watching the diet and watching what you eat and
You've got to stick at it, yeah.
and I know once I come off the meds, I'm gonna have to start the walking, but all that stuff helped me get to that point. Losing all that weight makes the walking easier, so by the time I get to that point, it'll be easier to do all that, and it'll be easier to maintain without beating the shit out of my fucking legs so bad.
Yeah.
So
it's hard for me to close my mouth sometimes because there's just so much good food on the faces. Like Damn, they got the south. They got the
TJ,
south.
TJ, it's gonna TJ. Someday it will catch up to you.
Yeah.
TJ's blaming the food, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they got the South Florida Fair going on right now. We're gonna go. I work Saturday, but I get off at 6. So right when I get off, I'm gonna come home and get ready. We're gonna go to the fair, and there's gonna be so much food there. It's gonna be insane.
So I'm not saying that I have to stay exactly on the food and the diet that I'm on now. I will be able to add in things that I like, some. And I like steak anyway, so I can eat steak on this diet. There's no real
What about-
problem and have eaten steak. You just watch things like potatoes and fries and the high carb stuff, which I'm kind of a keto kind of guy anyway, so that part doesn't really bother me. The only thing that probably I'll cheat once in a while once I get there is got to have a Giordano's pizza. Damn it.
Yes. No, I can't do
Chicago deep dish. I just gotta go get one.
You can
But
have
then-
you can have chicken too, Rod. Right?
Yeah, any of the meats,
But-
any of the proteins.
Yeah.
Or
But
I
proteins.
I have to sit low fat.
But a cheat day is good for you once in a while.
Yeah. I know. But I've literally had almost none this entire time in a year.
Yeah.
Little over a year.
So, do you prefer the New York style or
No.
the thin crust or the Chicago?
Chicago. Hands down.
Italian.
Yeah.
Dominic, which is more
I don't
Which
want
is
no
the original?
wimpy. I don't want no
the
wimpy
New York style
pizza.
thin crust or the deep dish? Dominic?
Thin for me.
I think mostly Italian pizzas are thin crusts.
Yeah. Thin.
Because the closest to Italy has got to
Unre-
be
unread.
Dominic.
Yeah.
Dominic's ancestry is closest to Italy as we can get.
I like any kind of pizza except something with like if it has anchovies or whatever on it.
Oh,
Hey,
no way.
Really? Anchovies?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, anchovies. Bleh. No thanks.
No.
Hey, man. I'll see you,
no.
TJ. I'm just gonna throw you off the panel.
I mean,
Put your face close to the.
Uh,
Put your face
I
close.
mean, I like sushi, you know, like I'll eat sushi, but like
I think
anchovies.
so.
just sound-
Yeah, I'm not a big sushi fan, but that may be because the first
uh,
time I had it was in South Bend, Indiana. Don't ask me why I had it there, but
Yeah, you have to know where you're getting your sushi from before you eat it. Like
Yes.
Publix, their sushi is pretty good actually. It's not too bad.
Just as long as you don't buy it from a gas station. Gas
Mm,
station
yeah.
sushi is no.
But Publix, which is a big grocery chain,
Yeah.
they actually
Yeah.
have good sushi. I think
Yeah.
Wednesdays they have
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's
Yeah,
Wednesdays or
supermarket sushi is pretty good actually. Yeah.
TJ, I think Wednesday or Fridays it's half price.
At Publix?
Yeah.
Oh damn, I'll have to check
Usually-
that out.
For me, it's usually half price after about 6 p.m.
Oh, okay.
that's because you live next to the ocean. Of course, everybody in Australia lives next to the ocean.
well,
Yeah, but
I
I've got to go further south for the best seafood. Tasmania has the
been
best
to
seafood in
Italy.
the world.
think I've been to Italy about times.
Better than
like that.
Japan.
Dominic, do they have that
It's
contest
Pretty close to it.
where they have people vote in who has the best fish, who has the best
Yeah.
crab? Do they have that
Yeah.
those contests?
Tasmania usually wins it all the time.
So
Tasmania
nobody
State under me.
does anybody in Australia come close to the top?
No.
Wow.
I'm a staunch, very parochial and passionate Victorian, and we're the state just above Tasmania, but I'll say Victorian everything, and I'll say we're the best at everything, but not seafood. In terms of salmon and smoked salmon, I tell you, it is hard to beat.
Smoked salmon is good.
It's very tasty.
Smoked salmon is not cooked. It's just cured.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's smoked.
So it is actually a form of sushi.
I've
but-
never been a salmon eater.
I like
I'll
the salmon.
damn.
Salmon's pretty good. I'll eat salmon. It's pretty good. I like it.
Thin and smoked. Yep.
I'll be damned. I didn't think this thing had a SIM card slot.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be an eSIM.
your new phone
Ah.
came.
Yeah, the new
what's
phone
the
thing.
whole I still haven't
Are-
got onto the eSIM thing yet.
Aren't you excited, Rod?
Yeah, except for now I
Oh.
got to be like super careful and not drop the
Not
damn
drop it.
thing.
Got to buy
What?
yourself a case.
The case came with. I bought the case. Come on, you stupid camera. Yeah,
Say, where's this?
yeah.
So-
The case is black. That's why the camera's fucking up. So, anyways,
So-
I bought the case. It's a Samsung case that I bought to go with it. So, okay.
Get yourself an OtterBox case.
Oh, Otterbox, yeah. I
Yeah,
had one
those
of
are- those are good.
I'll worry about that later.
Because
I
Rod,
had one of those until I had to upgrade.
because if you drop it, it won't
Yeah.
take the phone.
Yep. On the previous model phone I had one of those. But when you upgrade a phone, you've got to upgrade all the bloody accessories.
So I'm going to.
Phone.
This is the
Don't
S.
get me started on upgrading accessories for your drone as well.
Yeah.
Say,
This is the S25 Ultra. So
Yep, the latest one.
yep. I had a 21 Plus that was actually a renewed one that I bought off of Amazon
Yeah,
because my 21 Ultra, the fucking battery expanded and popped the case open. That's how bad the battery expanded. And then eventually it just quit working. So I didn't at that time. I didn't want to buy the 23. I knew the 24 was coming, and it was like, yeah. When the 24 came, I was like, yeah, nothing. I really,
But
it wasn't really that much. The 25 is worth it. Normally you would go, hey, it's got, you want better cameras, and well, it's really the same cameras except for the ultra wide. They took that from a 50 or from a 12 to a 50 megapixel. But
aren't we coming up on what, the 26?
no, the 25 just launched.
25 just come out.
Well, I mean the next one coming.
Yeah, the next
around,
one
you
would be
know?
a 26. I don't know that they'll be, honestly, as much as in these cameras, I don't know that they'll make
What is it?
much of an upgrade. I don't know what kind of an upgrade they could make on the cameras other than
I'm
the bigger
curious. What do
figure
they
out how
do
to put
once
a
they
bigger
hit
sensor.
30?
Well, keep
31.
in mind, this 25, the main camera, is a 200 megapixel.
So the main camera on the back?
Yeah, it's 200. It was on the 24 too. It's the
So
same camera.
does yours have 3 lenses or just one?
It has, you're never going to see
Okay.
it. 5.
Ooh. Is one of them telephoto?
What
Yeah.
about LiDAR? Is there a LiDAR on there as well?
Andrew,
no
Andrew,
LiDAR.
you feel left out now. You better run up to the store.
Yeah, run to the store and get one.
A telephoto lens? I might have one, I'm not sure.
No, you need a phone. No, I'll need a phone then with 6 cameras. I just want to be one. The race to the
well, then-
bottom.
Yeah, mine's got three lenses and a light.
Yeah, I've got three lenses and the LiDAR, I think.
Well, they all have a flashlight
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
take
I've
a
got
hammer.
3 and a
to-
LiDAR.
and a
I'm gonna
flash.
take a hammer to this damn phone.
Yeah, there we go.
The SIM slot don't want to pop out.
Huh.
Never seen it.
There is a little sensor there, but I don't know what the hell that's for.
I think it's LiDAR sensor.
Was it?
So I can feel the
Right.
little, I can feel
didn't
the
think
little
phones had LiDAR.
tool pushing.
It'll be probably.
Uh,
They
does
use
it-
a similar thing for autofocus.
Hmm.
So yeah, LiDAR is used for that kind of reason.
Wonder if I'm gonna have to go to the AT&T and just get a different SIM. This thing probably supports eSIM. I could probably move to an eSIM. Because I cannot get
does
this
it
dumb
come with
thing.
a SIM card tool?
That's what I'm using to try to
Okay.
pop it open. And
Sorry,
I have one.
could,
I have
I
one
could barely see the
anyways.
bottom because of
Yeah,
the green screen.
I can feel it depress. So the tool goes in and I can feel it depress the button, but the dumb
It's got to be a similar button to what they used on the S7.
thing is stuck.
See,
The SIM card is?
The tray.
Use a paper clip, you can get more pressure on.
see if paperclip is thin enough. It should be.
It is.
Yeah, because I've got one. I got one when I got the when you get the iPhone, they always have that little clip.
Yeah, you always lose that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
there's a little
Yeah.
there's a little one
Put it in
in the
my
tray.
toolbox.
There's a little hole in the tray, and I probably need to get a paper clip in that thing so I could try to pull the damn thing.
Unless say you're not pushing the button hard enough for it to
Oh,
eject.
it's pushing. I can feel it. I can feel it depress.
What if you push it back in after it depresses? Push it back in. The tray
No.
itself.
No, the
then
tray's
push it
in.
again.
That's the problem. It's pushing the button. The button is not releasing the tray.
Oh,
The tray doesn't want to come out.
which means I think
It's stuck.
Here's the question, is
Yeah.
your phone actually turned on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be.
I was in the middle of trying to
Not
transfer.
electric. It's not electrical. It's mechanical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tray is definitely mechanical.
it's
I
like
pulled him out with the phone on before. It just
it-
goes, "Hey, no SIM," and
Paul. It's a similar action. You push the button on the DVD player and it opens. Or the VHS player, you push the button and out comes the tape.
Yeah, I remember those days. The front loaders.
let me see if in my
That is
screwdriver-
that is
Oh,
electronic.
I think
Let's-
Paul remembers the VHS days.
Yeah, but those are electronic.
Yes, but the idea is the same.
Something and it comes
The
out.
SIM
Yeah.
card tray is just a lever.
Andrew keeps digging the hole deeper, doesn't he?
Digging and digging.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Join in,
Hi,
Dominic.
Brenda.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Oh, Paul, could be an Arnie.
Here we go. Say,
I know what Mike.
Rod, did you see it? Did you see the chopper crash last night?
Did I see what? I can't hear you because TJ.
Did you see the chopper crash last night?
I saw the video. I agree. I ultimately agree. Yeah, they got some security video that showed it, and you could see it plain as day.
Hmm.
You see the helicopter way off. You see the plane coming in, and you slowly watch it. But I agree with Joe. Ultimately it's the traffic. It's the controller.
Because they're saying they believe the tower was understaffed.
So, well, the funny part of it is they got the audio of the controller talking to the helicopter guy going, "Hey, do you see the plane?"
Yeah.
And the helicopter guy was like, "Yeah, I see the plane," but he kept getting closer. So
The plane doesn't
would
say
have
no, yeah.
one would have thought that the ATC guy eventually would have said, "Fuck you,
Out the blood
stop,
way.
just
No,
stop."
no.
He's a helicopter.
Blood ball.
I don't think it was the air traffic controller's fault. He asked
No.
if he asked the chopper pilot if he had the airplane in sight, and he said yes.
Yeah, I
And
know.
the helicopter pilot was looking at the wrong airplane, most likely.
But the ATC guy was looking at the radar. I could tell they were getting even closer, so he should have stopped the fucking helicopter.
Because usually they tell you maintain this speed.
Inside a half a mile, the ATC
Also
guy should have been
maintain visual.
screaming at the helicopter, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." Because the helicopter could freaking stop. That would have been the simplest, easiest thing to do.
That would have solved. Yeah, that would have solved it.
Because, hello, I don't care what you see, you're getting too close to what I see, so stop. Just stop. Don't go anywhere. Stop.
But
Hold.
you have to
Cover.
remember that airport is extremely tight and busy.
Oh,
So,
I know. I've been
If
there.
he was
I've
so if he
been
was
there.
talking to the helicopter pilot saying, "Do you have the plane? Do you have it in sight? Do you have eyes on it?" He says, "Yes."
No, that's fine. He's still got the radar in front of him.
Yeah, I still blame the helicopter pilot.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
disagree. The helicopter pilot had a
But
lot to do with it, but the ATC could have prevented it. Jesus.
maybe.
But apparently that runway is one of the highest used runways in all of America.
So
But the
one thing about
helicopter,
that place, the one thing about that place that the airplane, right? The actual airplane. That bastard, he's got about 30 feet on each side of the wing for the air corridor that he has to fly through in that damn town. In that damn town. It's that for they do this coming into that airport, navigating around shit on the ground that they can't fly over. So that airplane had nowhere to go. I mean, he has nowhere to go.
he likely didn't even see. He was descending. Helicopter was
runway
ascending.
He was looking at the runway, not looking to his side. He's not
Yep.
expecting anybody from the side. He's looking on the runway to make sure the runway's clear. Unless it was an old military guy flying
I
the
have not-
plane, he wouldn't have had his eyes everywhere.
And according to the tracking that I've seen, you can't really tell. Did the helicopter get in front of the plane?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So when he was going, when he got in front of the plane, he was looking. When the ATC asked him if he had the airplane in sight, he couldn't see above him to where this plane was coming in. He sighted in on the wrong plane. I'm pretty sure that's what probably happened.
Yeah, he did.
The
But
ATC,
again, that's the ATC.
the ATC guy should have told the helicopter to maintain
Trust but
a
verify.
lot and drop height.
And eventually, you don't trust them because your fucking radar is
Well,
telling you these things
at
are
a
getting
certain-
closer together, so you better
Well, at a
stop.
certain point, what are we going to do? Let the ATC just take control of the airplane and fly it themselves? They're there to assist the pilots.
That was supposed to
in
be done a
navigating
long
the
time
air.
ago. We haven't
Shouldn't
updated that damn software.
TCAS have warned them?
No, because the military craft doesn't have TCAS. That's
There's your
part of the
problem.
That's part of the problem.
There's your problem.
Rod, how long? Any clue how long it's been since that type of
Well,
chopper's
TCAS
been
would be way
updated?
too expensive to put on every
I don't know.
fucking military.
I don't know, whatever it was, it's a tragedy. I'm sure it's going to all be investigated 6 ways to Sunday, and we'll all find out later.
They'll put more procedures in place to make sure that the fucking helicopters
And
can't do that.
And you already need certain permits even for the pilot just to land at that airport.
But
The
I believe-
helicopter was in the right spot. They fly up and down there all the time. It's part of their normal training regimen.
Yeah.
So
I believe
it's
Trump made a bit of an ass of himself with his speech
so
again.
it's a bit of they're going to have to modify the procedures about
Mhm.
that part for the choppers.
That's what they say about the FAA. Every regulation is written in blood.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Well,
So
the FAA is the one that's been being screwed over by our politicians for funding.
Yeah, and the only thing that Trump could say about it was that there shouldn't be any disabled people working there. Yeah, funny.
well,
Well, Congress is so
I mean, I'm
screwed
not
up
saying
on
he's
money
not right,
anyway.
but it
You
was
know,
a
they
bit the wrong thing to say.
Well, we have congressmen with artificial limbs. We have them in
Congressmen
wheelchairs.
the
don't do
FAA has been understaffed. The
anything that-
ATC has
I-
been understaffed for a really long time, and they've never addressed the issue.
I haven't heard. Trump came out and said that last night.
No, this morning.
I've heard that for ages and ages and ages
I
and
didn't,
ages.
I didn't hear what
that
he
the
said.
AT
What
that the
exactly did he
ATC
say?
what,
I
what
didn't hear
exactly
that.
did he say?
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't.
It was 11:30 this morning, wasn't it? Your
But-
time.
Well,
Oh.
he partially blamed it on DEI because they were hiring
Oh.
with DEI standards.
Yeah,
And he's like, we need the best of the best people up there in
And-
the towers.
Merit based should be the way everything is. Yeah.
Everything should be based
End
on
of,
your
end of
ability.
story, but you have to realize the previous FAA guy was one of those.
But we don't know any details about the FAA. Who was
and
the ATC here? We
Hello?
don't know any of that. So
Hello?
yeah,
and
we are
it was
trying to
probably
Who was
not a
the
good thing for
Who
him.
was the transportation secretary?
It probably
Don
was
and
not a good thing for
Pete-
him to come out and
uh,
just immediately
Pete-
lay blame.
Pete
before they-
Buttigieg.
Yeah, Pete Buttigieg. Who do
I
you
don't-
think
I don't-
he was
I don't-
DEI up the
Yeah,
wazoo?
I don't care. I agree with Mark. It probably, if Trump came out and started laying blame and fixing a cause to this accident before an
he
investigation.
didn't lay blame.
He
He
didn't
just
lay
said
blame.
there's lots of problems in the FAA
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Part of it
implying
being
after the
because
fact.
he pointed out that there was several people in the FAA that's been reported to him got
Sure.
their job because of gender or other reasons,
Sure,
not because of their abilities.
sure. But to say that directly after this accident implies that this accident was caused by that. So it probably wasn't a good thing for him to come out and do that to imply that this specific accident was caused.
Well, the question is how is he going to change it?
I don't know that he necessarily
You know,
said
he's-
cause.
The correct
Attributing-
answer.
And
He
No
did
way.
the
contributing
same
factor.
thing as he does
The
all the
correct
time.
answer at that point is for him to say, you know what? Once the investigation is done, we will then know the proper procedures to move ahead and make the changes needed. It's not to immediately start saying it's because of this, it's because of this, because that he doesn't know anything yet. Nobody
Well,
knows anything.
except the FAA came out and says it's going to be 6 months to a year before they do a report.
Yeah,
Okay,
it always
and-
is. It's always 12 months. It's always 12
but
months.
they said there's going to be a preliminary report within 30 days.
So Trump had no right to make any comment at all about the way the accident was caused because he hasn't got the foggiest idea.
Exactly. I agree with Mark on this one.
Trump did say he purely blames
He had no right
Buttigieg.
to blame anybody. That's the point.
He
of
said it.
having an
He said it today.
Well, according to you, Mark, there's nobody to blame on anything. I mean, just do whatever you want. No blame.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, you just
I'm
do
just
anything.
telling you what he said.
No, but
Like
in
Trump
this
almost.
case,
Sorry.
he is right that until we have the information for Trump to come out and say it was one thing, that is it shouldn't be. He can make these changes and have that at another time. But at this time, by saying that, he implies that this specific accident was caused by those problems that of DEI hires or whatever that has been brought to his
Keep in
attention.
mind at the end of it, he also did say that, we're going to look into this. Shouldn't happen. We're going to look into this. We're going to find out what it was and we're going to fix it.
Yeah, That's what he
And
should
that's
say.
and that's what he said.
That's what he
said
said.
at the end.
That
At
that's
the
what
end. So
that's
don't
that's
get
what he
so
should
hung
that's
up
what
on
he
you.
should have said. Period.
Well,
But they-
when you're doing a press conference, period doesn't mean anything to the reporters.
No, period doesn't mean anything to Trump. He just doesn't engage his
Yeah.
brain.
Hey, Mark, how do you feel about Donald Trump anyway?
I think he's a pillock. If you want the honest truth, he's a pillock.
Mark, does Donald Trump get stuff done?
Donald Trump tries to get stuff done. Usually, a lot of it is not the right kind of thing to get done.
Well, that's an opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And everybody's
But
welcome
I'm
to
sorry,
their opinion.
if you all think that Trump's the sun shines out of his arsehole,
Hey,
well,
Mark.
Doesn't.
I'm afraid in 4 years' time, when you realise that he's exactly the same as Biden,
No,
Mark, I
he's
agree
not.
with-
Biden should be in a wheelchair, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
Donald Trump should be in a
Mark.
lunatic asylum. So what's the
Mark,
difference?
as a military guy, I can tell you the one thing that Trump did the first time around that is different than every other fucking president that we've ever had, and I can point directly at it. He's the first one that has used our economic power as a military weapon instead of our military as a military weapon to get shit done.
Yep.
Turkey
Now-
Turkey was walking into Syria and Trump said, don't go past that 20 miles because that was the agreement. And one phone call from Trump to Erdogan or whatever, those fuckers stopped.
Erdogan, I think his name is.
And Mark, I hope you're not including me in the people who think
Turkey
sunshine
is
blows out of
the
Trump's
best.
ass, because I was agreeing with you.
No, I don't. Not everybody does, but some people just seem to be blinded by
Well, some people are blinded by
the political
adoration. Some people are blinded by hatred. I'm
And
sitting here and look in the middle, and I think they both look exactly the same.
Mm.
There's a Trump cult. There's two Trump cults. There's a Trump cult that thinks he's awesome and doesn't do any wrong. There's a Trump cult that thinks he can't do anything right.
Yeah.
And then
that's-
there's the people that
I think
just
that's
hate
with
him.
every politician.
I'm more in the middle
then-
because
and
they
then
all
the-
do something
Then
wrong.
there's the rest of the world who see Trump from an outside
Yeah.
rather
Well,
than
Mark-
an
Mark-
inside.
Mark,
I'm
why
an
does
outsider.
everybody else? Mark, why does everybody else in the world come and kiss Trump's ass?
They don't.
They do.
They do.
I'm also an outsider, so
There are people who have told Trump to stay away.
Who?
Oh, you
Not
just
here.
look at it. You see, you
Who?
won't listen to that.
not
Who?
here,
Nobody.
Oh yeah.
not in Australia. So I'm putting my hand up for the Australians. We love him here.
Mm. Yeah. Well,
Uh,
sorry,
And you
but-
have a
Don't-
left-wing government.
Dominic, do you
Oh,
guys
no.
do you guys prefer a leader like Trump or
Yep.
somebody that is your leader now?
Well, considering the fact Albanese is another Biden, then I'd love it.
So
Actually, I'm gonna even throw something even further. The Italian Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, that is the sort of politician that I'd love here.
yes, Brenda, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll agree with Brenda.
We're
on
getting
that
there.
one.
And the other part of it is, what have the politicians done for us?
Exactly.
Well, no, it's
So,
like
you?
the
have a
politicians do
business-
for themselves.
Yeah, to have a
Exactly.
business guy as the president.
All politicians
take
are
it.
pretty much the
Let's
same.
see. Rod, we got Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, we got Blumenthal. All three of them are out for themselves
All
and only
politicians are.
themselves.
That's why everybody wants term limits.
Yep.
Yeah,
'Cause they
Brenda, we have an
eventually all
opinion.
get corrupted.
We might not live there, but all the things that you do affect us just as much as it affects you.
And Chuck Schumer of New
valid
York,
point.
his ego is the size of the galaxy.
Yeah, we have those as well. Hello, Jim. Jim's
What's
running.
up, Jim?
Jim's droning. What's up?
He can come in and chat about the Canadian politics. We can have a
Jim, I heard there's a song about Trudeau. About
Well,
kicking out Trudeau.
Trudeau's gone.
Yeah.
hey.
Oh,
Hey, David.
we
Hi,
talking
David.
about Paul. We talking about politics, and look who walks in.
Yeah.
Hey, David.
I thought you'd get
He couldn't help himself.
Hey,
yeah.
David, were your ears burning?
They must have been.
Hmm.
Well, David, I would argue that no, you don't have to respect somebody else's opinion. You have to respect their ability to have a different opinion.
Yes.
Hmm.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree on both opinions.
Because if an opinion is wrong, I mean, definitely a bad thing.
You know, it's universally accepted now that what he did with the pardons on the J6 stuff was a bit too much. There were
But when-
definitely a handful of people in there that should have stayed where they were.
But when Biden pardoned his family,
He didn't pardon everybody.
when Biden pardoned his family,
I thought he
is
held a
that
few
legal?
back.
Is that legal?
There were still a few more that were in that category that shouldn't have been pardoned.
We said nothing about Greenland, David.
That's next. We're going to jump on the Greenland bandwagon next.
Mm,
Because they were
Yeah.
debating on
The,
whether
the sad part, David, about Greenland is
I
that
think
they
people in
don't
Greenland
see
can decide.
themselves as European. They see themselves as Greenland.
I think people of Greenland should be able to decide.
well,
Yep, they should, because didn't Denmark want to annex them and
They are part of Denmark.
They are part of Denmark.
but they want to be more. They want more autonomy from Denmark
yes.
to be more independent, but
Yeah,
still
well,
have ties. to
Wales
Denmark.
and Scotland want that from us and all, but
Actually,
Oh.
we've had that with Western Australia. Western Australia wants to become
Mark,
a country of its own.
speaking of other countries, how did you guys come out with Storm Eowyn?
it made a bit of a mess, but it only killed one person.
Wow,
That's good.
that-
hurricane force winds
That
and
was
only
because
one person.
that was because a tree fell on his car.
Ouch.
And
Yeah.
I would also argue that Greenland is European as far as politically, but geologically, they're North American.
No, geologically, it's Arctic.
Yeah, I would agree. It's Arctic.
But in terms of the actual geographic, the way that the
They are part of the
land-
North American continent. though.
Yeah, the way the landmass moves, it is part of the it is part of the North American continent or part of the shelf, the geological shelf.
Yeah,
Because when you
and
actually
the Arctic,
look at it, the way it
the Arctic is part of
Jim.
North
Yeah, I
America.
don't know if the Arctic is on its own plate. That's an interesting
No,
question.
it's on North American plate.
yes,
I believe or at least the
Because
majority of it. Greenland
the-
definitely is on the North
Don't-
American plate.
yeah.
Do-
But the Arctic is actually just pack ice, whereas the Antarctic is an actual continent. So that's the differences, because it's just pack ice at the top.
They both have ice.
Yes,
Arctic
but
and Antarctic.
if
then,
you defrosted all
Dominic,
the ice, yeah,
If the Antarctic is landmass, then what's the Uncle Arctic?
The Uncle Arctic.
TJ,
I'll be here all week. Let's try the veal. I'm here all week. Try the veal.
Hey, Donald, what are you making for dinner?
Hot dogs and onion rings.
Oh.
You are correct, Birdman. I don't know, David. I don't know how that
No,
happens.
I thought maybe you were cooking something in a pot and getting.
Nope.
I don't know.
Are you going to
I
grill
didn't.
the hot dogs or?
No, I got them in a pan.
Oh,
I
okay.
did pull a container of something out of the freezer. I don't know what that is. It might be stock, so I'm
Well-
thawing it out so I can tell what it is.
Open the top and see what it is.
Smell it.
You never think about actually
It's
writing
frozen
it on the
solid.
lid.
There is no smell until it starts to thaw. I'm letting it
Well,
thaw a little bit.
That's
Lick it.
You could
I
write
could
it on
lick
the
it, I
get a
suppose.
thaw. Get a thaw tray.
Try
Oh,
writing
like
it on the
it.
lid.
So anyway, it's setting to the side. I'm gonna let it thaw a little bit so I can at least taste some of the melt and see what it is.
Thaw tray helps it thaw out faster.
You'll
I
have
don't need
to
it thaw
buy.
out quicker. I'm not in a rush to have it thawed out.
You'll have to buy a label maker.
No, a Sharpie would work.
True, David.
That Sharpie's good enough.
I usually use Sharpies and stuff. I have no idea what this container is if I don't even know if I stuck it in there.
Yeah,
But
but
usually everything it's a Sharpie on it.
if you use a Sharpie, then when you take out whatever's in it and want to put something else in it, it's got the wrong word written on the top of it.
You wash the Sharpie off.
Ah,
I don't
well,
I don't reuse dirty dishes.
I would
Da-
use an indelible pen.
Don, David has a thing for you. It's frozen, no smell or taste until it starts to thaw.
It's
Just like
ice.
Greenland.
There you go. It's ice.
That too.
VPN is on.
Don, do you own any
So-
Mr. Clean Magic erasers? I feel like Don has a Mr. Clean Magic eraser.
Eraser or eraser?
Eraser.
It's not an eraser. It's an eraser. Eraser. Power
You
wipe.
see that?
There you go. There you go.
There it is.
Awesome.
Yeah, Brenda, we should give Trump a chance.
They all make mistakes. Ain't none of them
Yep.
perfect. Look at Reagan with Iran Contra.
Or amnesty.
Yeah. So,
It's like, yeah, I'll give amnesty and then we'll go ahead and sign a bill. Yeah, right. How about you go ahead and alter the policy first?
yeah, I'm afraid Tip O'Neill talked him into a couple of things that created a problem. One of them still exists today.
Mm.
And believe it or not, the moron that just died that we just buried was the cause of the 2008 crash.
Which one was that?
Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Because under Carter, they came up with all the rules that the banks had to loan to low income people. So
Well,
what was our biggest problem in 2008? 20-year-olds gambling with housing.
Hmm.
So that whole low income thing. Don't get me wrong. I get why they did it, but
Subprime.
little snot noses later on took advantage of the system to get the banks and the housing market in a lot of trouble because of it.
2009, we had the
Because
stock market.
you had the balloon loans for those fucking kids where they were only paying interest only loans.
But
Well, if it had,
if
if
they
it had
didn't,
stayed with those loans, that's fine. It was that combined with bundling them.
Yeah.
but if they
No.
didn't do a framework for rules for banks, who knows what they'd be doing?
They would
Like I
be
said-
loaning money to people who could pay it back.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what the system was.
And that's it. When
Then
you
you-
fill in a loan application form, it's as though you can only have a loan if you don't really need one.
I
Yeah,
mean, they'd
you've
be,
got to, you basically got to persuade the bank you don't need the money. And when you persuade them you don't need the money, that's when they give you money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Hey,
happens over here.
there's a good way to think of it.
yeah,
That's what happens
Dominic,
here.
if I
We
want to
don't
borrow
need the
some money from you, wouldn't you want to make sure I could pay it back?
Definitely. Yeah. I
Particularly if
totally
the,
agree with you on that. But again, if you're loaning, if you're wanting to get a loan for business purposes,
Mhm.
and you wanted to increase that, and it would increase your capital, sometimes the banks say no because they think that it's like gambling. But I do
Yeah.
understand where Don's coming from.
Yeah, whose money is it?
It's theirs.
No, it's not theirs. They're using everybody else's money.
Yeah, I know that. I was just being
Yes.
funny.
And that's one of the problems is fractional lending.
well, and another
They,
problem
dro-
is
they dropped the
states.
they dropped the fractional reserve
Any
in the last decade to zero. That
anyway,
means they didn't have to keep any money on hand. They could just make loans willy-nilly.
the idea of that was it okay idea? I agree with it, right? You have to loan to low income or come up with something. Oh, god damn it. I forgot this fucking phone will not let me plug anything into that freaking USB port. It yells at me and says there's something in the port.
Oh no.
Yeah, full
Yeah,
hot
get a little
dogs or
bigger,
half
huh?
hot dogs.
Oh,
I don't
What's-
know.
Hmm?
I'd go footlongs.
Mm.
For those of you that just came in recently, we're celebrating Rod lost 100 pounds.
Not
Yes.
quite. 4
where'd it
pounds
go,
from it.
Rod?
4 pounds.
90,
96
yeah,
pounds.
96 pounds.
I'm at 96. I got 4
That's
pounds
a
to go
pre-celebration.
Yep.
for that. So another probably 2 weeks. What tends to happen is I lose like 3-4 pounds and then I sort of plateau and then I lose a bit more. So it's probably about 2 weeks.
Do you retain water?
So, interesting. The nurse who gives me my shots, what she said was there's an interesting effect with your fat cells. And she says when you lose the fat cells are they're still large to begin with. And after you lose the fat, they tend to fill up with water.
Yeah.
So what she's thinking is that I'm filling up with water and then it takes sort of another week to work the water weight out. And she very well could be right.
But Rod, if you're retaining a lot of water,
I
there's something
take
called
water
Lasix.
pills as part of all of this. So
There's something called Lasix. It's very cheap.
yeah, I'm on. I take Lasix, Andrew. I have it, and some of the pills that they have me on are also diuretics. So I get it, but
Jim.
the one thing that I can tell 100% for sure that is massively better for me is my legs used to swell up bad, and I mean really bad within couple of days if I didn't like wear my compression socks and take the water pills or do something about it. Now I actually have I'm taking them about once a week prior a day or two before my weigh-in. I start taking the water pills just to work it out.
What are you
and
doing,
what I've
Paul?
noticed is I don't have the water pills aren't getting nearly out of
Hey,
me.
Dominic, to see what Andrews changed his name to?
Yep.
Dr. Andrew. That's
Rod,
pretty good. That's pretty
Jim Jim has a comment for you, Rod. Wow, when did she leave?
Damn, what the hell is in that fucking port? I don't have any canned air.
Hey, Francois. Hello, Frank.
Maybe there's something stuck in the port.
Hey, Tank, how's it going?
Well,
the tank, Frank the tank.
it's time to pull out the
The goggles. Yeah.
You leave it in your pants. You don't need to do that.
He's got the magnifying glass on. It's getting serious now.
I thought he was doing a self-inspection.
I was gonna say
I'm
it's
just like
now
looking.
getting
This is
serious.
like looking at jewelry with. There's actually, okay, yeah, I got
You're
two.
looking
I
at
got
your
two.
jewels?
I got
What?
two. I got two of the lenses, and then there's this thing that flips down. It switches it to like total is
You've
like
disappeared.
16 X magnification, give or take.
Did anybody notice Rod disappeared?
Yep, he just disappeared.
Yeah, okay. Blame the camera. Blame the freaking software.
Because I see a sunset. Hi, Frank.
The tank, Frank the tank.
What size?
So how are
So there's
things?
no moisture in this dumbass thing.
So how are things
Not
down
been
there,
wet.
TJ?
They're all right, not too bad. Just chilling. They got the South Florida Fair going on right now. We're probably gonna hit that up this weekend. So
Ooh.
yeah.
What are you gonna get some of the fair food or what?
Yeah, I'll probably just hang out, walk around, eat some fair food. Probably not go on any of the rides because I don't feel like dying.
What kind of stuff are they gonna have? Like deep fried
Yeah,
Twinkie
deep
or
fried
deep fried
Oreos,
Oreos or what?
fried Reese's. They have this one vendor that you get a little
Everything tastes good
like a
deep
1 liter
fried.
thing of
I don't know if I can get a
tea.
Q-tip in
You
that
can get
stupid
as
port or
many, you can
not.
get as many refills of tea as you want to, and they have different flavors, and you could try them all and then decide which one you want, and then you just go around like drink tea or whatever.
Ooh.
Any interesting ideas for cleaning out a USB port?
And then when you're done, you go to for free.
Yeah, Beaver brush.
David, any suggestions?
I don't think I can get a Q-tip partial of the way in there, but I don't know with Q-tip with
I
alcohol
think there's
how much it's gonna clean.
I think if you
One of them little brushes you get with an electric shaver.
Yep.
Yeah, I got one of those. Okay, let me go get that.
Yeah, just make sure that brush is clean. But that sounds like fun, DJ.
Yeah, man.
So are you going alone? You going with Maddie, or are you going with the wife?
No, it's gonna be my wife and I and a couple friends of ours. Do like 4 of us.
So is it a huge fair?
Yeah, there's games and stuff, and you just like walk around. And they got the carnival games, like where you throw the dart at the balloon, or like they have the water gun where you like shoot the water into the hole with the thing going up or whatever.
So is there a dunk somebody? Yeah, throw the ball at the thing and somebody goes.
Oh yeah, they have the thing where
in
you
the
throw
tank.
the ball at the pins and try to knock them all down or whatever. So yeah.
No, it's like dunk your principal or something.
They need the crashing game. TJ would be an expert at it.
A drone crashing game.
Yeah, drone crashing game. Yep, TJ would win hands down. I mean, he crashes more than Maddie and I combined.
Lay down. Lay down.
I haven't seen Maddie on quite some time.
Yeah, well, you won't.
Yeah, I was gonna go over there yesterday, but I guess like the day kind of got away, and he ended up getting busy with stuff, and I was gonna try to go over today, but he had
What?
stuff he had.
What do you mean, Rod?
Can't tell you. He's got a lot going on right now.
Okay.
I know what it is, and I'm not saying.
Hemorrhoids.
If only it was that, Paul.
Hemorrhoid.
I'll just say it's not good right now. So he's got a lot going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, his what?
TJ, do not open your fucking mouth.
I'm not going to, Rod. I'm not going to.
TJ! What, TJ?
No, this is one time I'm being dead serious.
Boom.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna call it.
Yep,
Okay.
I was just about to say I'm heading out
Tomorrow's
too.
another day.
Coffee for Dominic?
Yep.
No, I've already finished that.
Okay,
Uh,
everybody. Hey,
second
thanks for
coffee?
being here. We'll see all of you again in the morning.
No, you won't see me.
Adios, amigos.
Bye for now.